Welcome to Day 6 of Black History Month. Today, I'm going to steer away from fighting game characters for a bit and talk about Sheva Alomar from Resident Evil 5. Sheva holds the distinction of being the first and only black female protagonist in the franchise. Sheva is a member of the Bioterrorism Security Assessment Alliance's West African branch, and she fights alongside Chris Redfield as his partner when he investigates a suspected bioterrorism outbreak in the fictional African country of Kajuju. Sheva grew up in a small, impoverished African town that was wiped out in an outbreak of the T-virus, leaving her as the only survivor. She would join up with a guerrilla terrorist group. However, as the group became radicalized, she would choose to help out a group of American and British spies and gather information on an arms deal between Umbrella and the guerrilla group. Afterward, she would leave the organization, enroll in a university, then join the BSAA. In Resident Evil 5, she will link up with Chris, helping him investigate the ongoings in Kajuju, and eventually helping him free Jill Valentine from Wesker's control. So I guess I better address the elephant in the room. There are people who suspect that Sheva had been added to the game to offset claims of racism. While no, I don't think the game is racist at all, but there are things that seem kinda sus if looked at from a certain angle. You do got a black woman serving as a guide to the white man as he kills all black people. Of course, these are black people infected with a virus, but still, I can see how people can have an issue with the optics. But if anything, I would chalk this to Capcom being a Japanese developer and maybe not being up on the nuance, along with people who are unfamiliar with the game or the franchise taking things out of context. That's all I have to say about that. Still, Sheva is an awesome character and inclusion was a nice save by Capcom. Sadly, she has yet to return to the Resident Evil franchise. The closest we have to that is her inclusion in Dead by Daylight's Project W as a playable survivor, but she needs to show up again in the franchise. You know what, while I'm here, I got a hot take. Resident Evil 5 should have just been her as the main character, and if anything, Chris should have been a side character if he had to have been in the game at all. Argue with your mama.